We're together.
Yeah.
It's only... Oh,
Oh no.
we're back. He's here.
Oh no, my balls.
Your balls.
Hello.
He did it. Yeah.
I feel like we should leave these in, but we should maybe restart one, but leave them all in.
I'll just cut them down. 1, 2, 3.
Hi.
We did it the third time. I swear this one's gonna work out. It's fine. Die.
I don't know. Oh, die.
I was like, shit. We're not cutting for this one. 15, not bad. Good roll for the time. All right. Yeah, he's home. Merry Christmas. No one is watching the day of, so we hope you had a good Christmas. I was gonna do that and then I didn't. The mustache ones.
They're the best ones. All right, let's start over. The funny thing is, I am home for Christmas, but when this episode drops, I will be 3.5 hours north again. Not in Canada, though. I'm going to be at my parents' house.
Got it.
Yeah, having cinnamon rolls.
Oh,
yeah.
dude,
That's exciting. Nice.
I'm
not excited for the drive, but I am excited to see the fam.
Yeah,
Do I look that ridiculous too?
I think so. Yeah.
All right, let's cheers this fucking drink, my guy.
Yes, it's been way too long, and we have not been able to actually do this, and I'm excited because shit.
It's okay. They're gonna fall out. What's funny is,
oh, that's good.
You're saying it's been way too long. It really has. But like, I got a bunch of shit done in my car today. Got new tires. Got an oil change. The guy who did my oil change was impressed for two reasons. One, he was like, "Bro, this is a 2020. And you're already at like almost 77,000 miles." Yeah, I've been kind of driving into the dirt for a while. And then he goes,
yeah,
but you're 1,000 miles before your oil change was due, according to like our reports. But it does say you were supposed to get it at either 78,000 or July 18th. And I was like, yeah, I haven't really been driving it that much lately. I was like, I started working like 15 minutes from home, and then I haven't driven it since October. He was like, so you're telling me in 3.5 years you put 77,000 miles on it? I was like, yeah, really, it's more like 2 years.
Yeah,
because all of this year I've been driving to Detroit for work. So
yeah, you know, and all the trips to Ohio.
Yeah, all the trips to Ohio, all the trips to Flint,
Wisconsin,
because I was for a while there. I was working in Flint.
Yeah,
so I was putting hella miles on it. New Haven too.
Yeah. It's I'll just say, like, I think I just finally cracked like 10,000 on the new one from January a little bit ago.
Yeah, that's closer to what you should have in a year, honestly.
Yeah,
like 10 to 15.
Well, my work will be 16 alone.
Yeah.
So, you know, give or take. And then, either way, dude, I'm just glad you're back.
Damn.
It doesn't feel the same podcasting from a distance. I know you're back for a long time, but it's a good time.
We can get a couple episodes out, you know.
Yeah.
It does feel a lot better. We can actually see each other.
Yeah.
The last few, like, the camera hasn't worked, blah, blah, blah.
It's been atrocious to deal with.
But I have been gone long enough to where I am now gold status for Marriott. So I get the free upgraded internet, free room upgrades. And then I looked at it, and I think I might hit platinum status.
Fuck yeah,
like,
go for it.
And I'm like, this is fucking wild.
Do you keep it for a year? Or is it like forever now you're a platinum or something?
The lifetime is weird. The lifetime, you need X amount of nights within a year and then so many years at each status. But I believe if you stay 5 nights in the year you keep it. So like, but you only keep it for an annual, and then to get lifetime, I think you need to have like 100 nights at X level, blah blah blah, or some shit. But
Gotcha.
with how this is, like, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have gold status at least for a few years. So
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, which is nice.
Yeah,
I already have enough points to where like my next vacation I don't have to pay for a hotel like at all.
Dude, that's awesome. That's like a super. There's definitely some decent perks with the fact that you're over there.
Yeah,
but like, yeah.
Next step is to get one of them fancy credit cards that gives you like 2% back and blah 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 and extra points for shit.
Yeah, like we did with our Amex card.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking into getting, but you know, gotta get the credit up a little higher.
Yeah, that Melissa, it's in Melissa's name because her credit's higher. Because mine took the biggest toll of all the things. Yeah. So we and hers is good credit. So we're like, cool, get the Amex thing. We're abusing the shit out of that thing because we're trying to get points. Also, we're and by abuse I mean we just use it anytime both of us use things like groceries or.
Yeah, as you should, man.
Yeah. I used it like when we went. Oh yeah, we went to the Lions game. Was that? Oh no, we haven't talked about that yet.
That was on Saturday.
It was. Jesus.
I was home.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, you just. Yeah, it was. So like we went down there and I used the hell out of it for like anytime when we got our food and I got my drinks and shit like that just because it was there. But yeah, Lions won. It was great. I'm hoping they win this weekend because they'll play the day before. They play the 24th.
Yeah,
I think
I'll be watching that game.
Or maybe they play the 25th. No, 24th.
Yeah, 25th is Monday.
Yeah. Well, there's 3 games on Monday.
Oh,
they changed it from just one game. I know you don't watch sports, so
I do when I'm like there. And my dad will be watching, so I'll be watching.
Yeah. No, we need one win, and then we're clinched in the playoffs officially.
Good shit.
Like, as winners of the North, which means when we play our playoff game, it'll be at home.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah. The one thing that's odd is if we play at home, the way things are working out in that we're estimating like people will win games, which is really up in the air. It's possible we might verse the Los Angeles Rams, which is where Matt Stafford is the quarterback of.
He's going to throw the game. He's going to throw the game.
Well, that was the joke. Is it was like, well, like, does he come into Detroit and then like give us our playoff win that he couldn't get us, or does he take it from us because he's there? As like. I mean, because he's gonna try. You know, he's playing for a reason. So it's just hilarious that like right now, like based on all the schedule shit, like because they were joking on McAfee's show, he brought it up and he's like, "This is our nightmare scenario," and I hate that I'm bringing it up, but I have to. The way it's looking, like if they win X and X and so on, like they're looking to end up being the team we verse. And I'm like, I want it, but I don't.
Yeah, it would be a dose of irony if he came back to Detroit and finally got his playoff win in Detroit.
Yeah,
couldn't get it while he was here. Comes back, gets it
with a different team. Yeah, that would be.
I don't think we would be that mad. Like,
we wouldn't be that mad because it's him. But it would be one of those little bits of irony for us, but also the fact that, like, honestly, I'll be, depending on who's actually reversing, like, we might actually win a game, which is wild. I didn't think we would, but, like, this is the weirdest game, like, year of NFL. And I'm not saying it as, like, me. I'm saying, like, all of these people are saying, there's 32 teams, right? There have been 56 starting quarterbacks this year because of injuries and people sucking. The Jets have started 4 different quarterbacks because Aaron Rodgers went out the first game, four plays into the first game, he tore his Achilles and was out. So, like, they've just basically been trying to work up backups. The Minnesota Vikings quarterback, Kirk Cousins, did the same thing. It was later in the season, but he tore his Achilles. They've had, like, 3 quarterbacks that they've had to choose and start. The Steelers have had their quarterback got injured, and so they've now started 2 different quarterbacks because they suck. The Patriots quarterbacks just actually suck, so they've had to just swap them around. And then the Cardinals traded their one quarterback to the Vikings, and so they started their another guy. That one they traded to the Vikings was good for like 2 games, and then he shit the bed really, really, really bad, and they swapped him out. The Cleveland Browns, dude, it's hilarious that like, so like all of the but like half of these teams that are missing their players are like the Browns, like the ones I was saying, the Browns, like they lost their starting quarterback, and they've signed who was like a semi-retired Joe Flacco. He was just not playing for anyone anywhere and just at home, and they called him up. He's a former Super Bowl champion. Yeah. So they were like, hey, and he was like, okay, and he's like come in there and he's won like 3 games from like literally nothing to just like fucking winning this first game back and shit. Like, it's wild. So like they're really actually doing really good in a way, and like all these teams that are doing phenomenal are just like the Eagles. They are 10-1, and then now they're 10-4 because they shit the bed for 3 games in a row. Like, it is the weirdest thing where all of a sudden like all these juggernauts are just like terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I don't watch much, but like you saying like Jets and Patriots, like I remember them being real good.
Yeah.
Like, this might be a 2-drinker, man. I'm drinking that quick.
I know.
I had to like lean back so I didn't do it. Also, like while you were talking, it's not that I wasn't paying attention, I was, but like going back to like the long distance shit, I could mute.
Yeah.
So I could sit there and like look at you and be like, mute, and then fart. And I almost like tried to do that pants just now and was like, wait. So like while you were talking, it probably looked like I zoned out, but I had to like
collect your bowels.
I had to wheel the fart back in and be like, don't.
No. Clench. Hold.
It's like doing mantras.
Hold. Now.
Hodor. Yeah, that's a reference to a show I never watched.
Oh, that's good. Oh man, but no. Either way, like the Lions are doing really good. When I went and seen them, I do believe I have a bit of luck because the 2 times I have seen them live now, they won. Seen them in person, they've won. So I'm kind of like, all right. Next time, I really want to try and have them versus a team that's really good and see if I bring that luck there. Because, like, I don't know. The teams they versed, they were, Green Bay was a good one. I thought they were going to lose and they won, but.
That was a team, that was my team when I was younger.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, it doesn't.
Because I know you, it does.
I was in Kansas.
Yeah, I know. You would have been the Chiefs.
Yeah, which I didn't like the Chiefs because there was like a weird like, Kansas City is partially in Kansas, partially in Missouri.
Yeah.
So it was like, everyone was like, oh yeah, it should be the Chiefs because Kansas City, and I was like, yeah, but they're from Missouri. They're not from the Kansas part because nothing good is from the Kansas part.
Yep.
And they're like, yeah, but Kansas is in the name, and I'm like, yeah, but they're not from Kansas.
They're not even in your state.
They're not my team. And they're like, oh, well, who do you watch? And I was like, Packers. And they're like, that's fucking Wisconsin. And I was like, yeah, but I like their colors. I like cheese. Aaron Rodgers is pretty cool. That's how long he's been playing.
Yeah.
Like,
it's crazy.
Yeah.
And he's planning on going at least 2 more years.
It's wild, man.
Well, like, Brady did it so
True.
far, and he basically all it is they're just like ridiculous about their health.
Yeah.
And he's
dude. Have you seen Brady's shit about his health? Like he is
So-
a machine.
Tom Brady has his own farm
Mm-hmm.
that he pays people to have his farm that gives him all of his food, and like everything he eats is from his literally own farm.
Yeah.
So like basically Rodgers is kind of doing the same thing. Like Brady's retired really because like I mean it was time, but also he had kids.
Yeah.
And he was like, all right, it's time to spend time with them.
Didn't he? He came back for a year, didn't he?
Yes.
Brady.
Yes.
I remember there. I didn't follow it very much, but I remember some people I do watch that they occasionally talk about sports, but not too often. They were joking that Brady retired because he was basically like retire or get a divorce.
Yep. And then he got a divorce.
And then he got a divorce and came back for a year. And I was like, huh, maybe they were right.
Well, yeah. Essentially, I think what ended up happening is he just was like, all right, I think I still got it, and they're going to pay me more money.
Yeah. He won a Super Bowl when he came back, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in those 3 years back, yeah, he won a Super Bowl with the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
But, the 2 years, I think it was just 2 years.
2 or 3, I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't paying attention too much back then. Like I was, but I wasn't. But he has his own farm, and he retired because of his kids. But Rodgers is fucking like, he's just turned 40.
That's also wild to me, man.
Yeah, he just turned 40, and he's now coming back from like rehabbing this. So like, as long as he actually feels right when he's playing, he's like, yeah, he's like, all I do is just eat really clean and healthy and take care of himself, and that's all he pretty much all he does is like wellness shit.
Yeah.
So he's just like, I'm gonna play forever, and he doesn't have kids.
Yeah, and I mean they're also like the level of fitness they can achieve is like what's the dude's name from Always Sunny? The guy who plays Mac.
Rob
Yeah.
McElhenney.
He did a whole thing about it because you know the same joke that I kind of do where I get fat and then I get skinny and then I get fat and then I get skinny. He kind of did the same shit. But then when he finally got in shape, like he did a whole like thing about it to where he's like, this is not possible. Like, don't do it. He's like, the only reason it's possible for me is because I have a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
He's like, you're never going to achieve this level of fitness, like, on your own in the time frame they can. And, like, those dudes, like, they literally have cryogenic chambers and fucking massage therapists and, like, sports doctors and everything that we'll never have access to.
Yeah, and also his job is to literally now work out and get in shape for a season for the joke of it.
Yeah.
So it is one of those just like, honestly, like we literally don't have the time to do that because our 8-hour work schedule is him working out twice.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that realm, and then works out, goes to a cryo chamber and gets a massage, and then goes and works out again, and then he goes home and eats clean ass food.
I still really want to do that.
Yeah,
like I want to do a callback to their joke, where like we're setting up for the podcast or something, and then literally I come in and do the same thing, like just take my shirt off and be like, yeah, I did it, and like. You have the same response, like, why? Be like, I mean, he does this. He just gets in shape, and then he gets fat, and then he gets in shape. And then I can just be like, I only did it because Rob did it. And I wanted to see if a civilian could do it.
I mean, honestly, like, I've been really starting to be like, all right, I need to, like, work out. And I have been. It's been nice. Like, at work, I'm making myself work out more. Other than stopping for the tattoo to heal.
Yeah.
For the 5 days I had the shit on it, that burn stuff, the burn tape.
Taxiderm? The plastic?
No. Yeah, the plastic.
Yeah, taxiderm.
Yeah, taxiderm. So I had that. While I had that on there, I wasn't working out because I wanted to not, like, fuck with it so it didn't come off early. So now that it's off, like, I'm going to get back to, like...
I'm going to say that was my excuse, too, because I got that. Have you seen that yet?
No.
Yeah, that's new.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Well, not in person.
Yeah. Yeah. Xander, I think he's owner or co-owner of the tattoo shop now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was October 13th. I was home, and he was like, come up here, get a tattoo. And I was like, bet. And I went up there, and it was like a flash sale, and he hooked me up. Yeah, it's nice. He's going to do my sleeve. Probably starting that next year, which I'm excited for.
Hell yeah.
Like, there's no more of that, like, oh, maybe I can start it next year. No, it's like,
you can.
I can. And
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah. It's adulting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready for this year to be over. It's been fun. I mean, this isn't. I don't even think this will be the last episode of the year. I think we got.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This will come out the 25th, so we have another one on
the first.
the 1st. Yeah.
It'll come out on New Year's Day. So the next episode will really be probably diving into all of our goals.
Which means I was gonna say I'm so used to going to Ohio. I was gonna be like, yeah, when I go to the party in Ohio, I'm gonna put us on the TV. But I'm coming here for New Year's, so I'm gonna put us on the TV.
Oh shit! I should probably really post in there about
You should, yeah.
if anyone's coming, because I don't think anyone is. Either way,
I think a lot of people work.
yeah.
I'll be here. I got something on the 30th. It's 31 days this month, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got something on the 29th and something on the 30th. But I'll be here the 1st. Even if it's just me, you, and Melissa chilling. Like,
Yeah.
vibe,
I'm down. It'll be relaxing to just hang out. And,
yeah.
I'm excited to hope that, like, 24 is fucking chill. But, anyways, like...
Can you tell how exhausting this year has been, guys?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like, it's hard not to, like, just talk about that a lot. I'll wrap up done with the football shit. Lions were great. They scored 6 touchdowns while I was...
God damn.
Yeah, it was pretty great. I was like, they won 42-17. So, like, yeah, they did really good. I was like, fuck yeah. And all but like one of the touchdowns was scored in the end zone that I was like directly in front of, because I was behind the uprights for the field goal.
Okay. Yeah, it's a good spot.
Yeah.
My mom actually saw you guys post about that. She's got some presents for you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, Mom. Oh, I'll be there for Christmas. I'm putting us on the TV. Fuck your Lions game, Dad. I'm not putting us on the TV. That'd be so awkward.
Yeah, they'd be like, why are we watching you? Like,
Grandma Helen would be there too, and she'd be like, why are you guys talking about football for so long? Andrew, you don't know shit about football. I'd be like, Grandma, don't tell people my name is Andrew.
She'd be just shitting on you the whole time. Like, what fucking... Like, and like, she'd be like, can you post this shit? Like, who the fuck watches it? Thank you.
Thank you.
And listeners, we love you.
I'd be like, Grandma, one of our last shorts got like a few thousand views, and it got a comment, and the comment was some guy saying, it's time for you guys to stop, so we're going to keep going.
Fuck yeah. Go fuck yourself.
It was about,
I think I saw that.
It was the laxative one.
Yeah, it was like...
You guys ever take a laxative for fun? You should. You should stop.
I would. Well, that was the funny thing, is I did read that.
Oh no, your balls.
My balls. And I read that and I was like, okay, there's a lot of ways to interpret you should stop. Because yes, we are talking about eating laxatives for fun. So it is not a good idea, and we should stop that, because we haven't done that, but we might.
I've done it.
Well, you have, I might in the future.
I do it every year.
Honestly, I feel like I really should just one day just do it, and I won't even tell you about it beforehand. I'll just be like, hey, I'll just text you and be like, I did it.
No, I want live updates, man. Like, whenever the next time one of us...
I'm going to send you a 3-second clip of just... And then that's it.
No, whenever one of us decides to do it, we both have access to the Facebook page. We just need to share that clip and be like, I decided to do it. and then do live updates.
I regret this decision. It's the final post.
You should do it first, and then I'll do it after you.
Well, I feel like I have to because I haven't done it. Yeah. So, like, unfortunately, in the rule of 2, I am obligated.
There has to be 2. The shit lords. Rule of 2.
Not the Sith Lords or the shit lords. The rule of 2 applies. I must destroy my ass.
Rise, Lord Vader. I can't.
Oh, donuts. Oh God, that would be horrible.
Where's Padme?
Like, well, here's the thing: is like, honestly, like, if I'm gonna do it, I feel like what I need to do is properly plan out like a solid like week of eating like absolute trash.
Dude, I do every time.
So when I do it, it's like, okay, this is the full cleanse. I'm going to get all that out. And then I'm going to feel the difference of the eating Taco Bell and all of the trash for like a week to like completely clean and then try to eat clean.
Yeah.
That'll be interesting.
We're both off until the 2nd.
Do we do it live during an episode? We just have to fucking
We could
edit every single time. Hold on. It's pretty much gonna look like shit. You're having a fucking take it down every time we gotta run out of the room.
I think we would just leave the green screen down after a while. God. Did I tell you
I hate that I haven't like taken this off the menu yet. Like
dude, I'm telling you, it's you feel so great after. And then
start the year off clean.
Honestly, yeah. And then legitimately, like I mentioned it on the podcast that episode. Every time I've done it, something great happens. Like every time. Yeah.
I thought of something I'll have to mention to you, and I'm not saying it on the air. But remind me.
I'll try. My brain is done right now, honestly.
Yeah, I feel you.
I mean, I'm still down to record. We'll probably need like a beer or something though.
Yeah. But yeah, it was God damn it. That was I don't know, man.
Can you ask me a question real fast?
Yeah.
Can you just ask me where Padme is?
Where's Padme?
I'm afraid that in your shits, you killed her, Lord Vader.
No!
I just wanted that. I don't know why.
God damn it. This podcast is terrible.
It's god awful.
Thank you for anyone that watches this far. We appreciate you because, yeah.
It's just fun for us, man. Like, it is nice people that do check it out because they're always like, it's literally just you and Brandon catching up.
Yeah.
They're like, it doesn't do anything for my life. Like, occasionally there's some funny bits in there, but like, it's just nice to see you two like chilling.
I mean, that is kind of the thing, especially this one, man.
Yeah.
Like, it just ends up being like, we really, I mean, yeah, I don't know. There's something about like having this be just actually like something chill, and like, yes, like we do put effort into it in ways, but like having it be just, it is just us hanging out in more of a diary in a way than.
Yeah, realistically. I mean,
like
going back and watching the clips, like, or going back to watch the episodes to make clips, like, trying to pick out the funny bits, but like, you can kind of tell where we were in life and what was going on.
Yeah.
Like, especially for us, because we talk a bit off camera about like shit that's going on, and then when we record, we're a little bit different, but like,
Most of it's there.
Yeah, you can tell, like, sometimes there's a little bit going on with one of us. It's like, oh, you can see where they're a little bit more quiet. No one else can, but we can.
Yeah, no. That'd be fun. That'd be the thing. Is like as soon as we mention one timestamp, I'd be like, oh, I remember.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, it's wild. Like, I've thought about the fact that, like, regardless of, like, how long we do this, like, eventually, like, if we ever spawn a being, like...
Us, right?
Yeah. There'll be stuff for them
Science will find a way.
Yeah. Like, there'll be stuff for them to watch.
Yeah.
And morbidly, I have thought about the fact that, like, because my dad died when I was 9, like, I don't know his favorite color.
It was blue.
I don't know. Like, I would not be shocked, but like I've asked my mom that, and I'm gonna ask. I do plan to like hang out with the guy that my dad left our trust to, because it was his best friend.
Yeah.
Essentially, it'd be like if I left it to you. But he's in Georgia now, so like I'll have to go visit at some point. But like I do plan to ask him that. But like there's a lot of things there that like, I mean, I only knew my dad as like the dude that he's willing to let a 9-year-old see, because you're 9 years old. Like he can't be his full self. He can, but like
Yeah. I mean, my dad is significantly different compared to how I saw him when I was 9.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing is like I didn't get to learn all that. So like I've thought like morbidly, because that was a thing, I have thought like, well shit, like if for some fucking reason like I end up kicking it early and like after we've spawned, like at least they'll have like, hey, there's an entire like 3 years, 4 years, 6 years, 7, whatever it is, years of like, you can kind of learn his personality and what his.
This is our dad lore.
Yeah, it's our dad lore.
Weird.
A saw, dude.
Yeah, I saw, son.
I'm not gonna lie.
Or daughter, I'm not.
Whoa, yeah, it fucking feels weird, man. Because now here's the thing: is like now that like we're talking about it now. But like, if this ever happens at some point, like, I'll try to remember the episode.
You won't.
I won't. But like, now if I'm accurate and they do decide to fucking watch they're not gonna watch all of it.
We would have to die.
Yeah. But like, regardless, like if I'm dead and now they're like watching this, like watching the meta of me being like, hey, I made it for you. But like, it's one of those like, yo, like they're like, he's cognizant of it now. And I'm like, yeah, do your homework. I don't fucking
do your fucking homework. Go to bed.
Tell your mom you love her.
Yeah.
I don't fucking. This is weird. I need to stop.
I was trying to think of a name, but I don't want to.
Well, your uncle.
Weird if I did drop a name and then like forget about it and then have a kid and like that's the name I pick.
I'm saying, yeah, I'm not gonna honestly like. I've took to the once we decided. I think we kind of decided the name already, honestly, but like we aren't gonna tell anyone it at all. Maybe you, but like you, but like
to clarify, this is a ways off, I believe.
Oh, significantly way, at least multiple years.
Yeah, just the way you said. We haven't decided a name. It's like,
oh no, it is not even close to happening. We're not remotely trying. She still has her IUD in, so like you can't even.
I was gonna say you're probably closer to having a kid than me, but also like accidents run in my family, so I'm probably closer than you.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
No, we at least a couple years before we like talk about like, all right,
smart.
But no, like regardless, still like as long as the internet's like still a thing and YouTube is up, like this will be there.
I mean,
I imagine
anything you post on the internet, it's there.
Yeah.
forever, unless the internet fully goes down, which would be like
The end of the world.
well, maybe not the end of the world. Like a massive solar flare could come by. It would be the end of the world as we know it.
Well, yeah.
My balls.
Yeah, it would be the end of our civilization. Dude, honestly, that's some of the, like, the funner shit that I love hearing about now. Because, like...
the end of the world.
No. the end of old civilizations. Not, like, Greece and stuff. I'm talking, like, the people who originally built the pyramids and shit. Because, like, here and there, like, they're, a couple, like, weeks, maybe, ago, something like that, Rogan had had, like, one of the scientists that, like, studies old ancient shit on. And those are the ones I'm like, oh, yeah, I have to watch that one. Like, I've definitely, like, skipped a couple. But, like, that one, I'm like, yo. Old ancient people shit, I'm like, yeah, I'm watching that one because it's just him usually, like, probably high before he goes in there being like, all right, what'd the aliens do? But, like, regardless, when they talk about, like, all the old Egyptian shit, it's wild because they're just, like, humans are, like, 300,000 years old. So it just, like, it erases a lot of history, which is cool. And I'm like, cool, what's the new shit? Also, there's a lot of people that believe they found Atlantis, and it was in Africa.
I think we talked about that, and, like, it's that weird eye-shaped thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that believe that, but then, like, I want to say it's like 15% of people believe that, and then 85% of people are like, no, that's not it. I haven't dived too deep into it.
Me either. I obviously, I'm not going to say that it's it or not. I'm just like, it's just cool that there's at least people trying to find it.
Yeah. I mean, in
a way.
It sounds kind of shitty of me, but I dive into conspiracies a lot, and I generally tend to side with, like, the more blunt type people.
Yeah.
Because it'll be like, well, it's possible. It could be this. And then someone will come by and be like, no, it's this. And then I'm like, I'm siding with that guy.
Yeah, me too. Like, it's just fun to listen to, like, all right, here's the theory. And then, like, actually, then I love actually hearing the real reasons of shit. Like, that's the problem. So it's like, you have to, like, if you're reading it in a comment thread, you have to read the crazy guy. Yeah. So that you have to hit the replies and find the answer, and then you're like, cool. Close the post. Like, you're like, I got my answer. That's cool.
I think my favorite one was going back to the pyramids. Like, people were like, how they build it, how they get all this stone and blah 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 over there. And then some guy, like, I want to say it was like a redneck farmer. He was just like, they use logs, and people were like, what? And then, like, he built, like, a rudimentary thing with logs and showed that you could just push, like, this heavy-ass stone across a bunch of logs like it was nothing. And he was like, see? Logs. Like...
Well, that is true. But the logs don't roll too well in the... I mean, they could roll in the sand, but I imagine...
No, it was like a... almost like an assembly line. Like, you know, the roller assembly lines? And it just pushed across the rollers. Like, the logs barely moved, but whatever was on top of them, you could just push like it was nothing. Because it would, like, the log would move a little, and, like, the stone would try to resituate, and it would basically just bobble along.
Oh, yeah. No, I get that. I'm just talking about, like, I feel like it's a lot harder to do that in sand. It would make sense of how they got the stone from, like, the 500 miles away they got them from.
It might have been Stonehenge that I'm thinking of then. Yeah, I don't know, but I remember it was just some, like, farmer. He was like, "There's logs," and I was like, "That motherfucker figured it out."
No, a lot more of the pyramid stuff is like one, they moved these things 500 miles, but also it's more of like, how did they get the heavy ass blocks, like, up? Because, like, it works for getting it to the triangle or pyramid, but getting it actually up and then stacked as it's going up.
I feel like that would be...
Because then you can't fight.
I think you could do the same.
I mean, you could roll it, but you'd also still need something strong enough to push 50 tons of a block.
Pulleys are incredible, man. Like leverage, like all that shit. I think we're just like, and this is me again, like just speculating, but I think we as a society feel like we're smarter than everybody that came before us.
We're not.
No,
they were advanced.
Yeah, we're dumb as shit, especially with the internet and whatnot. Like, we're so pampered, and like we're not gonna be able to figure out the shit they did. Like, there's still that concrete in Rome.
Yeah.
That nobody ever figured out. Like,
well, one of the things is like,
or maybe they figured it out now.
I think I know what you're talking about with the Roman roads.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a specific type of quick concrete that's also mixed in with the regular concrete that, like, when it breaks, it like, because it has quick concrete. Yeah, like as soon as it rains. Yeah, there's some. I think like is that what I'm talking? You're talking about?
It's like a theory that they have, but for the longest time we could never figure out how they did it.
Yeah,
and like, you know,
it's a certain type of lie.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. There's a joke that somebody else makes that, like, anytime it's a civilization that isn't white people, everyone's like, aliens did it. But like, there's so much shit that white people did. Romans, not Egyptians, Europeans, blah blah blah. Where it's like, well, that's a technical feat that nobody understands how to make. I wonder how they did it. We never once say aliens.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, honestly, the thing is like with the I mean, I've talked about the Egyptian thing, like with the water and that it eroded and that there's evidence it's like really old. But like, really more of the impressive thing is the fact that like the bricks themselves, they're cut so precisely, we can't cut that precise.
Yeah, that's the point I'm getting. Like, everyone jumps to like aliens.
Yeah.
Where it's like, we're a lot better at documenting our history now. Like, shit that we're doing, we're a lot better at documenting how to do it. Back then, it was like, well, we're significantly better than back then.
Well, well, in hard drives, but like as soon as civilization's wiped, all our shit's gone. Not even just hard drive.
Like, there's, dude, I can guarantee you from working in labs and shit, there was shit that was older than me that was documented on hard copies. And then everything that we did in our lab, we had to have a hard copy. Like, we're still that way. So it's like, it is all backed up electronically. But, you know, people blame the older generation and say, oh, they want the hard copies. I want the fucking hard copy.
No, it is actually a thing. Yeah. That, like, when we eventually get taken out by meteor, solar flare, or Oregon, the Yellowstone.
Oh, yeah.
Idaho.
That's like
Idaho, right?
Yeah. 3/4 of the U.S.
Yeah, we're gone.
There's a volcano underneath.
And then that's the world. The whole world's gone after that. So, like, or restarting. So, like, honestly, like, they're just continuously finding more evidence of, like, there was this, like, a civilization, and then it got completely wiped out by universal shit. And a lot of people are believing that, like, the ancient Egypt, like before the one we think of, that actually built the pyramids and built the Sphinx and shit, or maybe just the Sphinx. I don't remember. It's been a while. It was
the Sphinx that
just
they
the Sphinx
thought was older than it was.
Yeah. And then the other ones built the pyramids, but they built it on top of the technology they found from a previously killed generation, because the Earth's like 4-point-something billion years old.
Yeah.
And this is all within like a 30,000 year span, 40,000 year span. So they're like, yeah, like, that's a lot of time.
You know what's something that blew my mind a little bit? I got to look further into it, but I watched a video where it was like, everyone says that it takes 8 minutes for light to get from the sun to the earth, which is correct from the outside of the sun. But it technically takes 200,000 years for the light inside of the sun to get to the outside of the sun, and then 8 minutes to reach us. So some guy was like, oh, so technically, like, we wouldn't know the sun was gone for like 200,000 8 minutes, or 200,000 years and 8 minutes. And I was like, oh, no.
No.
Like I feel like it scientifically
Possibly.
it makes sense that it would only be the 8 minutes, but like
Yeah, because that's
it was
the
like
problem.
3 in the morning and I was terrified and I was like, oh fuck,
It's been dead. No,
it's
that
been dead
I mean,
for
yeah,
200,000 years.
that in a theory that absolutely definitely like when you're not looking into it, that does make sense to me. But yeah, it would be. I feel like the amount of combustion that would happen in the sun would speed up how fast it's launching the light at you, because it would actually expand.
Yeah,
Or
when
wouldn't
it's
it?
starting
Or would
to
it?
die,
It would shrivel and then blow up, right?
when
I
it's
don't know.
when it's starting to die, the I don't know if it's a theory or if we've observed it, not from our sun, obviously.
Yeah, other stars.
But they say that when it starts to die, it expands.
Yeah.
I want to say it was supposed to expand far enough to reach
Venus,
Venus, Earth, or Mars. I can't remember the three, but it's supposed to expand that far, and then it will collapse in. And it's such a long time period. Like, for us, we're like, oh, it'll expand and then compress, and like in the time span of the universe, yeah, it's like that. But in our time span, it's like I think like a billion years or a few 100,000 years or some shit.
I feel like it's something like 1,000 years or something like that.
Like it's supposed to start dying after 10 billion years, and it's 4 to 6 billion years old or some shit right now.
Yeah, so we got another 4 billion years.
Yeah.
So there'll be 20 million civilizations by the time.
Yeah. Or we'll, figure out immortality and you and I will watch it.
So, well, I guess my question is like, do we want to be a part of seeing the end of civilization? Or do we want it to happen after we've died? I feel like obvious answer is happen after we've died. Because, peaceful, great lives, all the jazz.
Yeah.
But there's a bit of that FOMO of like, I want to see what it looks like when everything dies.
Well, there's that male dream, man. Like, there's so many, like...
The Mad Max?
Yeah, the Mad Max shit. Like, but it's also, like, there'd be no worries.
Yeah.
Like, it would just be hunting and gathering, I wouldn't have to worry about taxes or going to work. I would just have to figure about my next meal.
Honestly, like, the thing for me is, like, obviously, like, because I have her, so I'm like, all right.
Yeah. But then you also get the male dream of, like, I got to protect my family.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I actually legit would have, like, all right, I got to legit start me, like, forgetting what morals are.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, though, is it's also, like, I guess I don't, like, it'd be interesting to live it out and see, like, I feel like I would want to go as, like, I see the meteor hit, just be like, oh, okay, I saw it. Cool. I don't know if I want to live after the meteor to have to devolve and then rebuild.
Yeah, but there's also that...
But again, also Mad Max. That'd be like, all right, well, I can full caveman it out and, like...
But there's also, like... we're given, like, a black and white. Like, it's either, like, you go when it happens or you have to live out post-apocalypse. But there's also...
Becoming a mutate and just fucking...
No, there's the third option. There is suffering.
For, like, 3 weeks before you die.
There is the third option, and it's the ending... One of my favorite endings to any movie ever. The Mist. And I'm going to spoil the ending to a movie. If
the Earth kills
you should shut the podcast off and go watch
The
Mist if you haven't. But this movie's old as fuck. But the very ending of The Mist, they escape from the grocery store they're hiding in, and like there's this mist everywhere, and it's got monsters, and people are dying, and blah blah blah. The very end of it, they get in a car, they escape the grocery store, they get really far away, and then I think they run out of gas or something, and they can hear one of the giant monsters coming towards them. So they have a gun that has just enough bullets to kill everybody but one person that's in the car. So the guy who's driving, he's like, you guys don't deserve to get killed by monsters.
Yeah.
So I'll kill all of you now, and then I will get out of the car and
Get eaten.
So he kills everyone in the car, including a child.
Yep.
And he's like having a huge depressive episode, and then he gets out of the car, and the government finally has everything under control, and they're getting rid of the monsters. So it's like, if they had waited like 5 seconds, like literally, or however long it took to kill everybody, like 30 minutes maybe.
Yeah.
If they waited just a little bit longer, things would have been okay.
Yay. Yeah, no, that's the, honestly, at that point, like...
I'm sorry if I spoiled like a 10 to 20-year-old movie for you.
No, at that point, it's more of like, yeah, if it's me and Melissa sitting there and that's the situation, I'm waiting till I see the monster show up.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay.
Yeah. The irony.
So there's not like too much of a wait.
The irony would be like,
I'd like dive into its mouth.
I'd be doing the shit that I normally do. So it'd be like, I'd be here like for a weekend during the apocalypse. And it'd be like, oh, Edie's in Canada doing something. Like, you'd get to that point where the monster's approaching and you'd be like about ready to pull the trigger. Like, you don't deserve to die to a monster. And then next thing you know, I'm swooping in with a fucking lightsaber that I found. Just like, figured it out. Let's go. Let's go. Was in Canada.
Oh, honestly, that would suck. If
100%, man.
Like, because honestly, like, what I would want to do would be like, all right, well, like, do I try and go find Edie?
Well, what
I wouldn't.
is you wouldn't. I would come up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd come.
Well, if you're stuck in, you'd come down. I'd be like, all right, if it ever happens, my entire plan is to steal a barge and just hang out off the water, like in the water off the river, in between like Canada and Michigan, just to like eventually once the like make my way away from it, but like mostly because at that point, like, I imagine zombies and whatever can't like zombie apocalypse specifically, but like zombie apocalypse, they're not climbing the boat, they're not swimming.
Yeah, they generally won't be able to.
Yeah, like that, but,
yeah, chances are I would come down here. So I think the way it would play out is like we'd have a gun with 2 bullets, and then I'd have to be the one that didn't die, because I'd be like, no, there's no fucking way. Like, you guys die together.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go see how long I last.
And then
then everything goes back to normal, and I'm like,
Buffalo House 2. Electric Boogaloo.
It's like the end of Shaun of the Dead. You're a full zombie.
Honestly, that if there's a scenario that works out, I think it's that. Just bring us in there. She's just somewhere, and I'm just sitting there like on a PlayStation controller,
hitting the switcher.
You suck, and I'm like, oh gosh.
This was our Christmas episode.
It was. We didn't talk shit about Christmas. Well, look, I mean, we were kind of talking a little bit about it before we got up here. Was that like this year is not it like other than obviously like very much enjoying like the 2 weddings we were a part of and went to and getting married myself. There has been there's been so much shit. Like the great things for us this year were like, we'll talk about this next week. It's Christmas.
We need the recap episode.
Yeah, but it's not very. We haven't felt the Christmas spirit this year because it has been very shitty. With I don't even know if I've updated anyone on that. Yeah, Melissa's grandma died. Sorry. The people that they know
that watch now. Yeah.
But yeah, like so that happened, and then our furnace died, and then I don't know. Maybe I talked about it. Have we talked about this?
Dude, I don't even remember what we talked about in the last episode.
All right. Thank you guys so much. We love you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy Kwanzaa. I think Hanukkah's over.
No, Hanukkah's 8 days.
When does it start and end, though?
I want to say, like, the last day is around Christmas.
Okay, so I was wrong. Either way, happy Hanukkah, all the holidays and stuff, and Enjoy your family. Well, since we know no one probably watched this on Christmas, we hope you enjoyed your family and all of us and us rambling.
Yeah.
Because we're catching up. And yeah, love you guys, and see you next week.
Tell us what you would do in the apocalypse and what presents you got this year.
Bye.